Okay, I think it's probably about time to return to the office. Hopefully we can figure something out. But, oh, poor Maya. She got kidnapped and, oh, this is all going terribly. But yeah, unfortunately we have to wait a wee bit before we can go see Matt on guard. But, it'll all be okay in the end. I'm not surprised. I mean, we've been subject to a kidnapping. It's not good. We desperately need to rescue Maya. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Anyway, it's finally time for us to be able to go to the detention centre. And so we finally get to meet Matt on guard. And here he is. Now, his Japanese name is Shingo Utoru. Everywhere else his name is Matt on guard. Because obviously on guard is French. Utoru is a rough romanization of the English word outlaw. It's also a reference to otoro, which is a Japanese word for the fattiest portion of a bluefin tuna belly. The fish theme fits in with the Japanese name of Will Powers, which is... let's have a look. Saburo Niboshi. And Niboshi are Japanese dried baby sardines that are similar to anchovies. And the kanji were picked from the idea that even though something is small, like a sardine, it can still have the dream of being a big star. So, Matt's name is picked in the same vein as that. Now, Matt is a diminutive of Matthew, which comes from the Hebrew for gift of God, which suits Matt on guard here, because he's very self-absorbed. But it also can be seen as an Anglicization of the Irish Matthew, meaning bear, which links to Juan Corrida. It's also the German word for checkmate and Luxembourgish word for moth. Both of which are quite fitting for on guard as well. Obviously, on guard is French for on guard, mostly linked to fencing, most likely meant to mention the whole on guard nature of Mr. On Guard. Or it could reference the whole dual nature between on guard and corridor. On guard also fits with corridor, since they're both foreign words related to fighting, with on guard being fencing and corridor being bullfighting. I think that is almost everything we've got to say. Well, got to discuss about maths. There will be many other little elements that are going to turn up about this fella here. So, yes, it's a transceiver. Like the thing you got on your wrist, which is... don't quite know why the police still let you have that. You would have thought they would have taken it away. But, there we go. Seriously, dude? Yeah, we kind of have to beg you to let us be your lawyer. Yes, we did just say to killer. Well, that changed quickly. It's even more suspicious if you ask me. Like, stupidly suspicious. I mean, I do not trust you, Mr. On Guard. Not in the slightest. Now, to be perfectly honest, this of all of the defendants we've had to defend, On Guard is definitely the shiftiest. He looks pleasant enough, but after all, we had the we had a kidnapper ransoming Maya for his acquittal. Says a lot, doesn't it? So, can we find out any more about him? Right. So, why are you not mentioning the press conference? It's really strange, that, I have to say. How bizarre. I have to. He seems to be obsessed with checking in with his manager. Right. Well, who cares? The Jammin' Ninja can do a movie. It's fair enough. Twilight's got a movie. You could make pretty... Everything can get a movie if it wants to. And I'm sure a Jammin' Ninja movie would be much better than a series, because you could actually kind of maybe make it make sense a little bit. If anything, it'd probably end up like, I think it's Macross Frontier or something? Need to double check that. Because it's a... Yes, it's Macross Frontier. Which is an anime. Which is it's a science fiction space drama where they sing to kill to kill aliens. It's really bizarre. But, it was certainly amusing watching it. But, well, basically because I went to an anime society and that was what they showed, and it was fun, kind of. It was kind of just like, yep, this is standard anime to me. It's just craziness in a nutshell. But yes, so... So he didn't kill Corridor. I guess that's something. I have the feeling that, still guilty, but, yeah, I don't have much faith in you, Mr. On Guard. Not in the slightest. 'Cause I mean, like, just because you didn't kill him doesn't mean you didn't kill him. You've got to have the inverted commas in there, just to sort of really drill the point home. Just because there's always a thing called assassination. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think it's probably pretty obvious that the killer is the killer. It's really not very hard in this case. We just need to find the evidence to prove it. But I don't think we can really get the killer convicted after all, that'd probably make Maya suffer quite horribly. We do not want that. That would be terrible. Anyway, upon returning to the hotel, Oldbag is back! With congratulations, everybody! Again. Oh dear. So, start talking about Oldbag here. Japanese name Kaoru Uba. French name Flavie Echuette. And then Wendy Oldbag. I probably have gone through this again. Well, probably went through this initially. But there we go. Now, Oldbag's actually one of the few characters to have a voice actor outside of, well, I don't think any of the other cast, and many of the other cast members have voice actors, or actresses, but she's voiced by Yoshiko Isuke in the Gyakuten Saiban trailer, and drama CD Gyakuten Kenji 2 Turnabout from Space. Uba, her surname, or her first name, I don't know anymore, comes from Oba-san, which means grandma in Japanese. On the other hand, it could come from Ubaka, which means a big idiot. Or a combination Oba-chan, old lady, and Baka. So you've got Oba-kaoru, which means idiot. Obviously, Wendy Oldbag is a pun on Windy Oldbag, or Old Windbag. Incredibly suitable for her rants. Also, it could be a play on Old Hag. Now, according to Ben Judd, who is head of globalization Capcom Japan, her name was chosen because she seemed like the sort of old lady who would carry around a big bag with her whole life packed up inside it, which is quite a nice way of thinking about her. The French name Flavie Echuette may come from Vieille Chouette, a pejorative expression that literally translates as older owl, but means something closer to hang or crone. She's actually made an appearance in most Ace Attorney games, excluding Apollo Justice, although she did appear in a trailer for it, and Gyakuten Kenji 2, although she was alluded to it in the Tokyo Game Show 2010 special stage show, which made Edgeworth regain his lost memories. In Gyakuten Kenji 2, she was originally supposed to have a cameo in the Inherited Turnabout, appearing in the 12 Constellations gallery, but nothing came of the idea. Oldbag is never referred to by name in the court record organizer, and is instead listed as Security Lady or Ex-Security Lady. Her name is instead given in her court record biography text, and is phrased in a way that shows that neither Wright nor Edgeworth are sure about it. Also, in every single case that Oldbag is connected to, an important contradiction in her own or other witnesses' testimony involves people who are wearing costumes. So, think about that one. So, here's Lotta again. Getting all, uppity about her, camera that she's lost. Great. Also, $700 on a camera? Oof, that is a lot. I mean, like, if you want to get a decent camera, I'd say, well, it depends how decent a camera you want. If you want a phenomenal camera, then I guess you are probably looking at that much. You can get decent ones for, well, the one that I got, I think, was about 100, was it? I remember I got it a lot cheaper than it. Or at least I got like £30 back on it, which was good. Can't quite remember how much it was, but it doesn't matter. So cameras are actually quite expensive. Obviously there are much more expensive things. There's $700. You could probably equate it to £700. Even though it's not one-to-one. To be perfectly honest, with video game consoles, the second it said, oh, it's $300 in the USA, it's just like, oh, there we go, it'll be £300 in the UK. Thank you. Because basically, sort of like with the Wii U, it was I think it's the difference is it's $350 for the deluxe edition, and it's $300 for the basic. In the UK, the actual price is closer to £200 for the basic and $250 for the premium, but retailers put it to £300 for the deluxe and $250 for the basic, which is just like, what? Seriously? Why? Oh well. I think we've rambled over Lotta's ramblings. She's got something to hide as well. It seems to be a running theme. They like hiding things from us. And finally, we're in on guard's room. It's a bit of a mess, if you ask me. Actually, it could be messier, I suppose. And also, here we have a mysterious woman. Yes, this is true. Okay. Well, it makes sense. So, this is Adrian Andrews. As you've probably guessed, this is Max's? I'm going back to the last case. It's Matt's manager. The Japanese name is Kiryu Kamiya. French name Andrea Landry. Oh, she's got the last name Kamiya. I will put this forward now. You probably guessed that Hideki Kamiya is awesome. Now, her name is androgynous in all language versions of the game. So that on paper it can seem either masculine or feminine, with the usual assumption that it's masculine. There is a reason for this, you will see. Not really much else on Adrian here, but let's just say that I love... Well, Hideki Kamiya is glorious. The fact that she has the surname Kamiya, I have respect for her. Let's see if I can find out what Kamiya means. So basically, sort of talking about... Okay, apparently it means Divine Valley, which is quite cool. I do quite like looking at genealogical science of names. It's very interesting. I think that's probably because I'm an English student, so the etymologies and meanings of names is sometimes incredibly useful in studying books. It's also quite interesting in studying video games, I'd have to say, but yes, there's something incredibly odd about that plate. Why are you playing with that card? It's very suspicious. Everything about this case is suspicious, if you ask me. Everyone in it's suspicious as well. I think after all the previous cases, I've kind of just reached the point where it's just like, I do not trust anybody but Pearl and Maya. Those are the only people you can trust. And Mia, but even then Mia lies. Well, Mia doesn't lie, she just doesn't tell us the truth. So, okay, so we have another Cyclops to break. Oh, good lord. This is just getting ridiculous. So many Cyclops. Oh well, we will just have to break them. And break them hard.